Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a ranking of my Jane Austen TBR. I got this box set quite a few months ago and I have been meaning to read these. I did start Sense and Sensibility, but I just could not stick with it. But I feel like I didn't give it enough of a try. I just honestly read the first chapter and then I was like, I'm done with this. So I really want to give these a fair shot, and although the OCD in me really wants to read these in the order that they were published in, I just want to have like a quick read at the back of all of these and kind of put them in an order that I would like to read them in. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. For my drink, I have this raspberry leaf tea in my cute little tea mug. I thought I would bring it out for today's video. I have also been sick for the past couple of days, so yeah, this has been a great help. I am not much of a tea drinker, honestly, but that one is actually pretty good and it's very, very soothing. So hopefully my voice isn't too strained. Apologies if I sound a bit weird, weirder than usual. But anyways, let me go ahead and get these out of the box and we will have a read at the back of all of these together. So the first one we have to get into is, of course, Sense and Sensibility. I think I have these in this box set in the order that they were published in. But yeah, this is the first one, and each of these does have like a little quote from inside the book, and then it gets into like the little blurb. So I'm going to read that as well. It is not what we think or feel that makes us who we are. It is what we do or fail to do. Jane Austen's first published novel, Sense and Sensibility, is the story of two sisters, Eleanor and Marianne. Each sister embodies a unique set of traits. Eleanor is sense, discreet, and sound of judgment, while Marianne is sensibility, emotional, and impulsive. Through the lives and adventures of the two sisters in matters of love and relationships, Austen captures the need for both sense and sensibility in one's life, the need for a heart that feels deeply and a mind that goes forth with caution. So this sounds great, honestly. It sounds like something that I would really like. For now, it's just gonna be floating somewhere in the middle. Yeah. The second one is Pride and Prejudice. This one, very, very popular. A lot of people have read this. Yeah, it says it's one of Jane Austen's most iconic works. This one I feel like is probably going to be ranked a bit higher because I'm kind of already aware and familiar with the characters. So yeah, anyway, let me get into reading it. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. One of Jane Austen's most iconic works, Pride and Prejudice, chronicles the lives of the Bennet sisters in Regency England: Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Catherine, and Lydia. The clock is ticking, and Jane and Elizabeth must find suitable husbands soon. Their mother is constantly fretting and scheming about how to find them rich husbands, while their witty and aloof but doting father does not seem as motivated to have them married away. With the arrival of Mr. Bingley and his wealthy friend Mr. Darcy, both single and quite suitable, Mrs. Bennet sets out to bend destiny in their favor. Pride and Prejudice, which Austen considered her own darling child, is a truly delightful and timeless book. So, Mr. Darcy, I have heard so much about like him being like the maybe not perfect husband, but like everybody like loves Mr. Darcy, so I am very excited to see for myself what that all is about. I think I'm gonna put this one above Sense and Sensibility, just because of that, and it's very, very popular, so I feel like that should probably be one of the first ones that I read. But let me get out a couple more and we'll get into those. Next up, we have Mansfield Park, another gorgeous cover. They're all gorgeous. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. You have qualities which I had not before supposed to exist in such a degree in any human creature. You have some touches of the angel in you. At the age of 10, Frances Fanny Price is sent to live with her uncle and aunt in Northamptonshire, where she is treated decently by everyone but her cousin Edmund. One of Austen's most moral and good-hearted protagonists, Fanny is as loving and nurturing as she is an astute judge of character. When the Crawford siblings enter their lives, Fanny seems to be the only one unaffected by their charms. Will she be able to keep her family safe from their seductive glamour? And will sincerity and character triumph over frivolous vanity? So, where am I going to put this one? Fanny sounds lovely. I feel like she's going to be a great protagonist. Where am I going to put this one? I think we're gonna put it under Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility. Yeah. Next one is Emma. This is another pretty popular one, and I hear that it's a good one to start with. So I think it might get pushed up depending on what I think of the, synopsis. So better without sense than misapply it. Okay. Set in the fictitious village of Highbury, Jane Austen's Emma is the story of a clever, albeit spoiled, woman, Emma Woodhouse, who lives with her father. Emma is not an instantly likable girl. At first glance, she seems rather selfish and arrogant. The world around her, however, caters to her whims and fancies for the most part, except one, Mr. Knightley, who is frank in his judgment and opinion of her. Written with deft humor, Emma explores the hubris of class and youth and the importance of maturity, discretion, and growing up. Emma sounds like a very strong character, like very stuck in her ways and spoiled. I feel like the highlight of this book will probably be Mr. Knightley. I've heard of this one being a pretty funny one, and I feel like there could be some cute and hilarious banter in this one, so I'm looking forward to Mr. Knightley's character. I feel like he'll be the one to kind of put her in her place sometimes. So this one, I think I'm going to put, honestly, I think I'm going to put it under Sense and Sensibility. No, I'm going to put it under Pride and Prejudice because, that just seemed like the right spot for me. So far, Pride and Prejudice is the one I'm going to read first, but we'll see. So we're coming up on the last couple of books here, with the next one being Persuasion. This one, I actually watched the Netflix film, and of course I have not read this, so I don't know if that was an accurate representation of this. If you have read this and watched the movie, definitely let me know if you thought it was a good adaptation of the story. So yeah, I'm very aware of the story and familiar with the characters, so I feel like maybe this might be a good one to start out with, but we'll see. You pierce my soul, I'm half agony, half hope. I have loved none but you. I remember this quote from the movie, and I remember as I watched it, I was just That movie just, I honestly loved it. It just had me like in a big ball of like, I don't know, just like that like fluttery feeling. Like it was great. I really liked it. Anyhow, Jane Austen's final finished novel, Persuasion, tells the story of two people, Anne Elliot and Navy Captain Frederick Wentworth, who were once betrothed and in love, but parted ways under unfortunate circumstances. 8 years later, their paths cross again, but shrouded in feelings of regret and bitterness. Amidst endless distractions and hurdles, will Anne and Frederick find their way back to each other? Will they be given a second chance at love? Narrated in Austen's typical eloquent style, witty and subtly sarcastic, Persuasion is about love that evolves and matures in the face of life's many difficulties. This one, I think this one might be first place because of the film, and I don't want to let that, like, in case that it's not a good like representation of the story, but I can totally get what the book is saying, that it's written in a really kind of like witty and like sarcastic tone. I can totally tell that from the film. But yeah, like I said, I don't want my opinions and everything that I kind of experienced with the movie like cloud my judgment too much on that one. But we'll see once I actually get into it. Last one here we have is Northanger Abbey. I feel like I haven't really heard too much about this one, but we'll see. So, I'm delighted with the book. I should like to spend my whole life reading it. Isn't that awesome when you have like that feeling with a book that you just like... Anyway, I'm sure you get the point with that quote. Published post... Hold on, let me look up this word and I will get back to you. Okay, I'm back and I looked up how you pronounce that word, so now we can move on. Published posthumously, Northanger Abbey is in fact Jane Austen's first novel. Now I'm confused. Okay. Anyway, let's just move on. The shortest of her works, it is also the wittiest, a light-hearted satire of Gothic novels, which were quite the rage at the time. There is the 17-year-old Catherine Morland, who loves such books and readily believes such mysterious and dark events to be afoot in her own world. There is John Thorpe, vain and authoritative, and Henry Tinley, charming and witty. And of course, there's Northanger Abbey, full of mystery, horror, and dark secrets, or so Catherine would believe. This is a tale of growing up and learning to understand the world and ultimately finding happiness. This sounds really good. Like I said, I never really heard about this one. Okay. I feel like we're following like these three characters. Catherine sounds really funny, honestly. I really am like drawn to her character. Where am I gonna put this one? And apparently it's in fact, okay, so it was her first novel, and so I'm guessing Sense and Sensibility was the first published one, because that's what it said. Okay, anyway, where am I gonna put this one? This one sounds really good. It's the shortest of her works also. You know, I think I'm gonna put this at the top as the first one that I'm gonna read, just because it is the shortest of her works and I feel like it's a little bit different of a story for her. So we have my final ranking here, so I'm gonna start putting it all back into the box. So first we have Northanger Abbey. I was really surprised by this one. I feel like Jane Austen has kind of a theme that she likes to follow, kind of more romance driven, and I feel like this one was kind of a different one, and I guess it's the first novel that she wrote, so I feel like that one's a good one to start with. Then we have Persuasion and Pride and Prejudice at 3rd, Emma 4th, Sense and Sensibility 5th, and then Mansfield Park being the one in last place. Sorry, let me just get this in here. And there we have it. So yeah, that is the order that I think that I will be reading this in. So yeah, I want to hurry up and finish the novel that I'm on right now so I can go ahead and get started with this one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you kind of want to read any of these too, or if you've read any of these. Let me know what your favorite Jane Austen novel is. And yeah, I hope to get back to you guys with some good reviews on these. So with that, today's video is concluded. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye guys.